What is up? Uh, It has been a while, but we are here.
We rusty, but we here. What is going on? What's up, Michelle?
Hello.
Haha, what's up, everyone? What's up, Ashley? What's up, Savannah? Also waiting for people to come on YouTube platform as well. Yes, check us out on YouTube as well. If you're
Happy
watching us
New Year.
through, yes, if you're watching us through Facebook, YouTube, we appreciate you. Anybody else later on watching us through all streaming platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, um, you know, all those platforms out there. But yeah, it's been a while. Last time we talked, last time we were here was last year. Last year, yes, we've had what's gone by, what's passed. Hold on,
Christmas.
yeah, Christmas has passed. Christmas went by. Did we have an episode after Christmas?
No.
We didn't. We actually took we took the holidays off pretty much. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, took the holidays off. So Christmas went by. Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. Sorry we are it's after, but also most importantly, Happy New Year. Happy New
Yep.
Year to everyone. Um Happy New Year to everyone. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I'm getting messages on here and I'm just watching the messages. Yes, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. God, I feel like time's going by so fast.
Right? We're getting old.
What is going on? What is going on? My niece turned 18 and I'm like, "Oh my god, 18 already? What the hell?" You
I'm
s-
not ready. My niece is only 10 years old, and I'm just like looking at her. I'm like, oh my God, stop growing up.
Yes. Oof. I don't it goes by so fast. It's like, holy crap. But yeah, no, Happy New Year to everyone. Ashley says Happy New Year. Savannah says hi handsome, hi beautiful. Um yeah. So yeah, Happy New Year everyone. What did you do for New Year's?
So for New Year's, I was super excited because I was off on New Year. I ended up falling asleep at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah. Same, same. Yes. It was definitely it wasn't an early night for me. You know what did it for me? And I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not a drinker. I don't really drink. Um, the only time I have like a little sip of something here and there is when I'm on the podcast or social gatherings and stuff like that. So I started drinking Crown Royal Apple. I was just telling you about it. Crown Royal Apple with some eggnog. Ooh, it's pretty good. Started sipping on that New Year's, trying to get ready, everything. Nope. Nope. That couch just sucked me in. That couch is like, Ivan, come sit over here.
I even decorated. I'm about to bring the phone to where I decorated. It
Yes,
was
shows.
crazy. I'm gonna show you guys my decoration.
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of it. I did see the pictures of
Yes,
it.
I still have it up. I'm like, I'm gonna try to keep it for like
Show us.
because January's like the
Exclusive on the inner circle only. Welcome to Michelle's crib.
you guys see it says
Oh,
New Year, New Us 2023.
look at that. That's nice. New year, new us.
Right? It's pretty
Nice.
cute.
It is nice. I like the background. Wow, look at that. You always go all out with your designs. You do really nice. You have really good like designing skills or like just visualizing things and seeing it.
It's super cute.
What's up, Mike? Mike is also a former Kilty wrestler. What's up with along with me and Michelle? So what's up, Mike? Let's see. That's crazy. That crazy dog sauce. Happy holidays, Ivan. Happy New Year's. Missed you. Gotta visit soon. Yes, I was actually me and Michelle were actually in Florida recently. November. We're actually there,
Oh
having a
my
good
God.
time.
Honestly, I feel like that was like I don't know, like I still feel like I was just there yesterday for some
Yes, yes. It was a good time. It's one of those moments where you're like, when you leave, you're like, oh god, this is such a good time. Like, have you guys ever had like a moment where you're like you kind of relive it and you're like, oh god, I just want to experience that again. That was one of those moments.
I feel like every time I go on vacation, it's like I'm so excited to be there. And then like it's like the last 3 days and I'm just like, no, it's coming to an end. It's coming to
Yeah.
yeah.
That's how it feels for the concerts. So the concerts that we're talking about, me and Michelle went to EDC in Orlando recently, and yeah, it was a good time. And it's just like I already anticipated because I know it always feels like it goes by so fast that it's just like, damn. By the time you're in the second day, it's just like you know that it's coming to an end and it sucks. But what's up, you on YouTube? What's up, Ducks for you 9386. Hi, Ivan. Hi, Michelle. What's up? Um, yeah. So good times. So what was your most memorable moment of 2022? Most memorable. God, I said that so wrong.
Um Honestly, I have quite a few, and that's because I went on like 6 trips in 2022. I went to Mexico, I went to Las Vegas, I went to Puerto Rico, I went to Georgia, um, I went to Florida, and I went somewhere else, and I can't really remember, but all those are very memorable.
You said the Las Vegas one, right? That's the one you just said right now. Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, oh,
Yeah.
and for the weekend concert. I'm gonna, all right. Actually, I'm gonna say it was the weekend concert in Pennsylvania. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Mm.
the most amazing concert that I've been at. It was just the vibe, the energy, everything. If you have not been to the weekend concert, you guys need to go.
I want to go. I definitely want to go. I remember you sending me pictures of it and stuff, and I was like, oh god, it looked, yeah, it was cool. I want to go. Definitely gotta go. But my most memorable moment was probably, I don't know. It was personally myself. It was probably when I went to EDC, just going away, just out of state, going doing something else. Um, yeah, that's what I would probably say, EDC, and I look
Yeah,
forward to it. I know there's another one coming up in March. I'll tell you about, but it's not EDC, it's something else. But you actually get to camp there. You have to bring a tent with you. You gotta stay there in the tent. I did mention it to you. I did send it to you.
and I was gonna say, I was thinking about it. I'm like, that's so cool. I love camping, and then I started thinking about it. I'm like, and there's a lot of other people around, and people's gonna try to probably get into other people's tents.
No, but and a tent, doesn't it have the zipper in the inside where you can like?
Yeah,
Oh, but there's also a zipper on the outside.
be protected.
Uh. Uh. Gotta bring a some protection with you.
But it'll be cool. Like it's pretty cool, and it's like I don't feel like we would be able to leave our tent
Like
unless
leave it
unless
unattended, unless you have
yeah,
like a lock or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's who. What's up, Zach? How you doing, man? We're going to the Dory Alley and Market Days this year. Okay. Um. Yeah. So a lot has going on. Aside from the new year, some sad news. I'm not sure if you saw in the news recently. The NFL player, Damar Hamlin, um, suffered a cardiac arrest after being tackled, in the field. Yeah, this weekend. I mean, this weekend. When was it? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Wasn't it yesterday? God, I'm like, how many days have gone by yet?
To be honest, I'm on the same page because I work nights now, like 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. I don't even know what day it is. Like it's like I go to work at 11 p.m. and I get out at 8 a.m. the next day and then have to go back at 11 a.m. So it's like I feel like I go to work twice a day.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I feel like I come home to take naps.
Yeah,
I go I go home to nap and then
yeah,
I'm back up working. It's like Oh man. So um yeah. But yeah, I'm on the same boat too. That's why I get kind of confused with my days. I'm like, oh, how many days have gone by? But so yeah, so the Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is beginning to awaken as he shows substantial improvement in his recovery from going into cardiac arrest and collapsing on the field during Monday's game. So 2 days ago. That doctors of the University of Cincinnati Medical Center said on Thursday. So Thursday. So today they gave the update. He's 24 years old. He is able to move his hands and feet. The doctor says he is unable to speak, but was able to communicate in writing. Pritt said, which is his doctor. So when he was able to write or say anything, the first thing that he wrote, you want to know what he wrote?
By the look of your face, it's gonna be something good.
His first question when he wrote, they gave him pen and paper because he can't speak. So they gave him a pen and paper so he can write what he wanted to communicate. He asked, "Did we win the game?" as as a true athlete, he's like, "I'm awake. I'm good. I'm good. Did we win? Did we win, coach?"
I heard that they're actually not going to resume the game.
They're not gonna like postpone it or like redo it. They're just gonna leave it as it is.
Yep.
So what does it stay as? It stay as the default.
Well, I'm not sure.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, something I saw in the news is like, and he suffered cardiac arrest. It's something that I think we talked about it off air because I know we also talk off air, so I don't really remember if we say it online or not. But that just shows you that this is not scripted, and we actually just having a conversation. But I'll mention it again in case we mentioned it offline. The importance of knowing cardiac arrest. Like oh no, that what I mentioned before was that he was so young, 24 years old, having cardiac arrest. It doesn't matter. A lot of people think that because somebody is unhealthy or because somebody looks healthy that they're just automatically healthy and nothing's gonna happen to them. No, it can happen to anybody. Like this is an athlete, somebody that trains daily. Like this is their part-time job, pretty much. Going on the field and playing, and it happened to them. So always be vigilant. Take care of your brothers and sisters, people that you find close to you, or because it can happen to anybody.
He got a lot of pressure to the chest, and that's what caused the cardiac arrest.
Yeah, he got tackled, and probably all that pressure and everything just um did it. But that's why it's important. I'm a first aid AED CPR instructor, and I'm always like trying to like find ways to um like educate people. Like I feel like that's one of the most important tools that I feel like everybody should know. And it's basic stuff and like something like that, because when somebody suffers a cardiac arrest, what happens is that the blood stops flowing, the heart stops pumping blood to the brain. The more time that that the brain has without, the longer the
Okay.
brain goes without oxygenated blood going to it, is you're at higher risk of suffering from brain damage. So that's why it's important. Like the minute somebody gets cardiac, like is in a cardiac arrest, it's important that we administer CPR right away, like chest compressions. Like even if you don't know the person, you're like, I don't want to put my mouth on this person's mouth. Like just give them chest compressions. As a most basic, just hands only CPR that you can do, because there is hands only CPR, because there are people out there that don't have the lung capacity to be able to give two strong, like adequate, like breaths to make the CPR effective. But as long as you just give the compressions, that's the most important part. And if it's simple, keep your hands straight like this. Put this other arm over. Put this part of the palm right in the center of the chest
Where the breastbone is.
by the breastbone. You keep your arms straight. Make sure the person is laying on something flat too. It can't be on the bed. It can't be on anything like that. It has to be like on the floor, something hard. Um, and just keep pushing on the chest, like with your arms straight. You're gonna put all your weight over their body and just push. That's actually gonna start helping the heart, like start start pumping. So even if you don't want to give CPR, like you don't want to give breaths because you don't know if you're actually doing the right thing, the most you can do for that person is at least just give them chest compressions until somebody gets there. Make sure that you tell somebody that's near you, somebody that's nearby, to call 911. So you're not just sitting there by yourself doing compressions for like 30 minutes waiting for somebody to walk by. Make sure you use the people around you effectively to help this person. But yeah, it's important to know CPR. Important to know basic stuff like that.
Yes. And
Uh,
don't be breaking their bones.
and don't be a what?
Don't be afraid of breaking their bones. Don't say, "Oh my God, well, what if I'm gonna break their bones?" Like, no one's gonna die of a broken bone.
Honestly, it and most likely it will happen. You probably will crack some bones, like some chest bones, some ribs or something. But um, they'll appreciate you because they'll be here.
Yeah.
You know, it's better to have the person here than to worry about cracked ribs or anything. They'll appreciate you, so don't worry about that. Just you do what you know. Definitely study because they are free CPR classes on there online. If not, if you're in Providence, Massachusetts, Connecticut, you can contact me. I'll go over there and I'll certify you. I'll teach you, and I'll give you a 2-year certification. And yeah, you'll be certified for 2 years. But yeah, don't be afraid to ask, learn, look it up. Definitely help somebody in times of need.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's my take on that. So on other news, something that kind of got me a little annoyed and a little mad because I feel like, you know what? I'm very competitive. I like to play games. Um, I like to play a lot of games, and I like to win. You know, we're wrestlers. Me and Michelle are wrestlers. We're competitive. We like to play games, and when we play games, we play with the objective that we're gonna win. It doesn't matter what's going on around me. We're winning. So we stumble upon a little documentary of. Were you a fan of the Monopoly game growing up, Michelle?
Yes, I was.
Well, are you a little mad?
Heated.
So
I've been lied to my whole life.
it comes to the conclusion. So if anybody has HBO, this is out on HBO. It's called the McMillions, and the McMillions is a documentary about the McDonald's Monopoly game, which I'm pretty sure many of us thought we were ever going to win. Something aside from fries, or maybe a cheeseburger,
French fries.
French fries, or maybe even an ice cone or something.
Oh,
Cause that's
yeah.
I think I got a couple of those ice cones. Talk about McDonald's and fries, but I mean stuff. Something good. The ice cream with the fries, dipping the fries in the ice cream and eating it. Yes, that's good for like after the club stuff. But yes, the Monopoly game from McDonald's was compromised. It was compromised. We were never going to win. It sucks. It sucks. I was heartbroken. I was like, you know how many times I freaking ate freaking French fries trying to get Broadwalk, and I kept getting the freaking same Charles Street. I probably got like fucking four or five Charles Street, but no Broadwalk. I needed Broadwalk. I already had Park Ave. Crazy. So yes,
Imagine becoming obese because of all the food that you had to eat just in order for you to get some game pieces. Like, and then now you're overweight, and it's like, damn, you was never gonna win.
yeah. So yeah. So it what happened was I don't know if I can't spoil it. Should I spoil it?
No,
Not spoil it, but give a little details.
I don't know. So I have
So
not
go ahead.
finished watching it, so I want to be like surprised, but
So yeah. So all right. There's actually a website. Well, on the HBO website, you can go to it. So the McMillions, uh, it says ready for the one of the most bizarre true crime saga ever revealed. It all it's all in this 6-part documentary series that details the true story of how $24 million was stolen from McDonald's Monopoly game. It was a handful of people that had control of it, and they were giving it to their friends. That's all I'm gonna say. But, huh?
And we wasn't one of those friends.
We didn't. We weren't that high ranked up in the world to know those people. But yeah, crazy man. I was like, oh, so sad to hear. And it's crazy because you know what that does? It just discourages people from believing that they're ever gonna win anything.
Yes, and honestly, I'm starting to have trust issues with McDonald's because there's another documentary on Netflix. I'm not sure if you saw it, but it was Don't Pick Up the Phone.
Don't pick
Did
up the.
you did
Don't.
you like have you watched it or have you like seen it scrolling?
No.
Don't
What is
pick
it?
up the So basically it's about this guy that pretended to be a detective saying that an employee stole money from someone's purse, a client's purse or a customer's purse, and he would direct other people to do a search on these employees. And these employees were young, they were 16 years old, 18, had them stripped down naked. This is like, so I'll walk into McDonald's,
Yep.
and then McDonald's manager would say, "Hey, one of your employees, blah blah. I'm gonna give you a description of this person. Gave basic description because it could be anybody.
Yep.
Oh, that is. So they'll bring him to the office. Okay, we need to do a strip search on the employee. Do you have someone else there in your restaurant that can do the strip search if you don't feel comfortable?" And then like I'm just a regular customer, and I get pulled in, and I'm doing the strip search, and I'm over here telling the person this girl or guy to get completely naked, start touching them, start spanking their butts. Like,
What?
yeah, it was bad.
So this really happened?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what is this on?
It's on Netflix. It's called Don't Pick Up the Phone.
Don't pick up the phone. I have
Yep.
to watch that. Hell no. If anybody watching this, anywhere you go, someone they can. I don't care where you're at. They cannot make you strip naked and strip search you. You ask for a police officer. You ask for somebody like that, but you should not be, especially an employee. What would you say? Was an employee somewhere?
It wasn't. No. So it was a random guy
Yep.
that went to McDonald's and talked to the manager and pretend that he was a detective, like basically investigating someone stealing money from a customer's purse. There was at one point a 16-year-old girl gave oral sex to a random man that was just strip searching her, and he was doing everything that the detective was telling him to do because he believed that it was real.
Wow. Nah. Hell no. Nope. Anybody tells you do this, be like, nope. I need a police officer present. You need somebody else. You don't do it by yourself. You and one other person that you do not know. You do not do that at all.
There was a few people that would like they'll stop and they're like, wait a second, I'm not doing this, and then they'll hang up and saying like this is like a prank call, blah blah. McDonald's knew about it and never actually warned their employees and saying, hey, this is going around. So they got sued by this female, and she actually won the case.
Oof. Good.
Crazy. And it wasn't just McDonald's, it was like other franchise. I think it was Wendy's and Taco Bell's, I think, as well, but mostly McDonald's. So it's like my trust in McDonald's is going very like high.
First, the monopoly, but the thing with the monopoly thing is that, well, I don't want to tell you about the whole thing, but the monopoly thing was not their fault. It was it was out of their hands. Um, they entrusted in
Subcontractor.
another contractor, and that's where things went wrong. So, the monopoly scheme was not part of McDonald's. McDonald's did not. It wasn't part of McDonald's. Did not scam people. It was an outside agency or thing, whatever you want to call it, that they hired to do the games for them, and that's where it happened. So,
Craziness.
now it makes me question everything, like the Powerball. How come I never?
Yeah,
How come I never met nobody that has won like all this money? Where all these people coming from?
that is true.
Where all these people coming from? How come I never heard about these people? And there's always somebody that's like not known, somebody in some little town. Someone's like, you know, what were you doing for work? How do like, are you known? Do you have a Facebook? Do you have Instagram? Everybody has that nowadays.
I would not be taking a picture and saying, "Hey guys, I like."
Yep. So Mike, what's up, Mike? Sorry, I didn't say hi to you earlier. I was reading your comments though about the scary part about McDonald's, but yeah. So Mike said it was an inside job, crazy story. So I'm assuming that he was watching it as well. He said not that McDonald's was in high regard, anyways. Always question everything. Yes, always question everything. Never stop asking questions. Yeah, you can't get in trouble for asking questions. You just ask questions. Before you need me to do something, I need to know why. I need to know why we're doing this. Who's gonna be there? Why are you asking me to whatever strip search, whatever they were doing? Nah, you're not authorized for that.
And
So
it's so targeting young young people where
yeah.
it's like, they're afraid, but some of them were like, "Oh wait, I'm not doing this. Like this is not happening." But it's sad.
He said he saw it on YouTube videos. Oh, oh man. So I feel like the years going by fast. Everything's coming. McDonald's, I'm losing hope in McDonald's. I mean, not that I eat there too much, but my
We
chances.
all we all have pulled up to the drive-through talking about, "Hey,
Oh, and yeah, exactly. And another thing that we were mentioning before was we didn't know you can walk right up to the register and ask them to give you free tickets.
yes,
You like they cannot deny you. So if they do it again, which have they been doing it? When was the last time they did the McDonald's things? I mean the Monopoly thing.
honestly, I feel like it's been like 5, 6 years."
Yeah, they're probably like fuck. They're probably like f that. We're not doing that no more. People are not gonna believe us. But you could have just walked up to the register and asked them to give you some of those free tickets. Because if they don't, because then it's considered gambling. It's meaning you're paying for the ticket. In order for it not to be considered gambling, they have to be able to give it to you for free. So here we are, like I said again, buying French fries, buying sodas, buying Big Macs to peel it right off the box of the not the Big Mac. It is the Big Mac, yeah, the Big Mac that comes in the box. Peel
Yeah,
that shit off. You could have got that shit for free.
right.
Mm-mm.
Try to get the one that had like the four. You get to peel four at a time. I
Yep,
think it was large French fry.
yep,
I think.
yep. The biggest one. Yep. Get over here, getting me fat and shit. I got wrestling practice, but I can't. But I'm trying to be a millionaire. Trying to be a millionaire, but I'm trying to make weight too. Trying to get out the hood. Bitches lying to me. All right, let's see. So, we haven't brought the wheel of games. I'm not sure how long we've been on. Oh, been on for a while, but I know we're gonna call it an early night. Let's see. What do you have looking forward to this year while I set up this game? Like, what are you inspiring for in 2023?
Okay, so I have a few goals.
Okay, what are your goals?
Um, I I've been thinking. So I went to cosmetology school,
Yeah,
and I have my cosmetology license. Never, ever,
I remember
ever,
that.
never, ever work somewhere and like actually put it to use. I I do friends and family and stuff like that, but I never actually went to pursue it. And I think about it and it's like I not that I don't want to pursue it, I'm not motivated to pursue it at the moment. And I was like trying to figure out I want to have a hobby. I want to incorporate something that I like to do, but also make money because why not? You know, obviously everybody wants to make money and have more money in their pocket. So I decided that this year I am going to focus on learning how to tattoo.
Oh shoot. Okay.
'Cause I love to draw,
Yes. And you're a
and
good drawer. That's one thing I do have to say. You do have like drawing skills.
yeah, so I want to incorporate something I like to do with like tattooing and making money. So I've tattooed probably like 3 people, and this was probably when I was 18 years old.
Wait, you've already tattooed people?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
but it
think
was
you did tell me that.
it was little stuff here and there, but um my tattoo unfortunately got stolen, so I just stopped. But I want to pursue it again. So
You should. I think you're good. You're a good artist. I think you'd be good at tattooing. Um. Jeremy says, I remember that. Ashley says, do you know that McDonald's in Canada don't use cash when you pay for your food? Did not know that.
mm,
Well, thank you. Hope you both doing well and having wonderful holidays. Thank you, Mike. Jeremy brought so many Big Macs. I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. We thought we were gonna make it out of Providence. Nah, them MFers over there in North Carolina and all those places were keeping it to themselves. $24 million stolen. Savannah says sumo wrestler. Yes, I could have been a sumo wrestler, but yeah. I still have my body from high school. My shit don't change. Uh, got my degree in recreational therapy. Okay, I can see that. That's a nice, a good field. Submit your drawings on community page on YouTube, Michelle. Maybe you can get some subscribers.
oh, nice. Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, I remember you do a lot. You did a lot of self portraits, right? Of like drawings of other people and stuff.
Yes, I love self portraits. That's my thing. I
Yeah,
like, but I just feel like I would rather draw a person and make it very realistic.
yeah.
My favorite artist is Frida Kahlo. She was very big self portraits
Mm,
stuff. So yeah,
nice.
maybe episode will show some of my artwork.
Yeah, we should. That'd be nice. I remember Michelle also drew a big kiltie on a big board. Somebody stole it. I don't know where they went.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I've been looking all over for it in the basement. I don't know where it is. In the wrestling room, the cafeteria, somebody took it. I don't know if it was one of those pranks, you know, when other schools take like your mascot or something and you got to go to their school and like, I don't know.
What?
But I'm just thinking that's like in movies, but I don't know where they put it. I'm like, yeah, where the hell is the mascot? Because we would use it also for the tournaments where we would put it so that people know where to come in through. Like we would put the your drawing at the door. But yeah,
Maybe it's time for a new one.
maybe it's
Because
time to know.
honestly, I did that how long ago, and I think I've become very. I became better as the guilty looks like a Jesus.
He did look like a Jesus, but it's all right. It's all right. Jesus was on our side. He was on our side. Jesus was also a guilty.
I felt like it was starting to look like a girl at one point. I'm like, no.
It's possible. It gets confusing. There's some guys I see from behind, and I'm like, oh, that girl got a nice jacket. And he turns around, what's up, bro? I'm like, oh shit,
It's
what's up,
because it's
guy? Mm,
crazy.
yeah, it's very diverse, I guess nowadays.
Yes.
The Hail David or Hail Dave. All right. Hi, Dave. I think there's a Dave in here. Ashley says, Michelle, you should see some of Progressive Patriots drawings on his community page as well. Thank you. We'll check it. We'll check that out. All right, Michelle, you ready for this wheel?
Yes.
Let's see what we get today to end this episode. Let's see what we're gonna play today. I hope it's Michelle's favorite game, the singing one. Michelle loves singing.
Okay. You know what I was looking at? I was like, I want a hobby. I want to sing, but I can't sing. So that's how it was.
That's not gonna tickle. That's not gonna work out. All right, so let's see. Let's spin this wheel. Let's see what we got.
Drum roll.
Boom. Not too bad. Not too bad. One of Michelle's other favorite games. Would you rather?
Yeah, that was cool.
Wheel of Games. Yeah, my boy Mike knows. He wrote Wheel of Games. My boy Mike knows. All right. Would you rather? Obviously, everybody knows how to play Would You Rather. It's you get two things. You say Would you rather this or Would you rather that. Me and Michelle are gonna say some Would you rather to each other, and yeah, I think it's self-explanatory. So, Michelle, would you rather put three bees in your mouth, scoop them up and put them in your mouth, or lick a toilet seat?
We're talking about bees.
Yeah.
B-E.
Yeah, BEE with stingers and like the little prick things on their bodies.
I guess I'm going to put them in my mouth.
She's like, hell no, I ain't licking no damn toilet seat.
Unless I clean the toilet seat myself and know that I cleaned it and I know that it's clean, I'm putting it all in my mouth.
Whose hair is this? Hell no. Hell no. Next, I ain't doing this shit. No, sir. Ooh, bees. Oh, God. Talking about bees. You know, one time I was at a pool and I went to go run into the dive in. I swear it was a bee that went in my mouth. But I felt it and I spit it out. And it was like laying on its side. I'm like, oh, God, that was so gross. Because that's why I said, look, those little pringy things on the body. Because, like, I felt it on my tongue.
Ew.
Yeah, I was running. It went in my mouth. I was like, I spit it out. I saw it on the side. I was like, I would step on you, but then I'd get stung. So, yeah. Go ahead, Michelle. What you got? What you got?
Would you rather? I'm thinking. I want a good one.
Would you rather? All right, I'll say another one. Would you rather cover your body in honey from head to toe, your hair, everything, or chocolate syrup?
Honey.
Honey?
I feel like honey has a little bit of beneficial.
I know. I know. You might wash that bitch right off and come out looking like 5 years
Right?
younger. Be like, oh shit, look at me. I'm glowing.
Right? Regular commercial selling the new anti-aging cream.
My hair is shiny as hell. Look at this.
I can't. All right. I got one. Would you rather eat something that you're allergic to or eat feces?
Eat feces? Like feces? Like
Yes, like that.
Oh, wait, what was the first one again? Because I got distracted with that feces. I was like, wait, feces? Like, am I hearing this right?
Eat something you're allergic to, or eat
Oh,
shit.
oh. I'd rather eat something I'm allergic to and deal with it for a couple days than to eat shit. Ah, no. Ill, ill, ill. What's up, Jacob? Yo, 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 from the south. Yes, we missed it. We will be back soon, though.
Dude,
And but this time we got to meet up at EDC. We were both over there. Actually, Mike was on there too. He was at EDC. Jacob was at EDC. We gotta get the whole crew over there next year. Um, yeah. So I would definitely eat something I'm allergic to. I'm pretty sure I can get over it within like a couple days. Eating shit, that's just traumatizing. I'll be traumatized by the smell. I'll be traumatized by the just nah. Just the thought of it. What about you? What would you do?
I would eat something I'm allergic to, and then grab that EpiPen and be like,
For real. Give me one more just in case. One more on my leg just in case. Oh man. All right. Ready. Would you rather chug a beer out of someone's boot that they just were just wearing? They take their boot off and you gotta chug a beer out of their boot. Or or listen to scraping on chalkboard, like that knife scraping on a chalkboard right next to your ear. I can't do it.
I would rather listen to the chalkboard. I'm not drinking no beer out of nobody's boot. That, that is not
Is this lit?
strep throat having infection in my throat.
Oh, ew. Athlete's foot in your mouth.
Ew.
That's gross.
Would you rather drink cologne or drink rubbing alcohol?
Um, rubbing alcohol or cologne? Maybe cologne? I don't know.
Ugh.
I feel like
Or lick a deodorant stick.
uh, that's like that's like that's like dry.
And nasty. I remember wrestling one day and I'm wrestling with this kid and then he puts his armpit on my face and my mouth was open and I scraped the deodorant right off of his armpits. Oh,
Oh,
so nasty.
that's gross. Savannah says cologne. Yeah, I would drink cologne as well. Alcohol just seems a little too for me. It's just like I don't know. I feel like like when you breathe out, you're just gonna have that strong like. Oh no, I rather cologne. Yeah, I'll deal with that. All right. Would you rather chug a 3 month expired milk or drink pee?
I'm drinking pee.
Okay, yeah.
I've expressed or said this.
Wow.
Yeah, with milk. So there's no way that I'm drinking milk.
That's right. You're lactose intolerant.
I'm not drinking it.
Lactose,
I'll
lactose intolerant and then it being expired? Hell
I'll
no.
drink filtered pee.
Yeah. Boil that shit up. Put it in the boiler, heat it up, cool it off. I'm drinking pee.
Yeah.
Jacob says he's drinking pee also. I'm with you, bro. Let it chill for a little bit so it's not so warm. Drink that bad boy. Let's go. All right.
Right. Would you rather spend a day with Joe Biden or spend a day with Gina Raimondo?
Oh God. Um.
Gina Raimondo was used to be our governor, by the way, and now she is. What is she now?
She's the commerce for the United States, so she handles like the businesses because she did such a great job in Rhode Island. And we just
Such a
that
job.
we had to promote her to the United States. She did an amazing job here. We were, I think, second to last in business, and yeah, awesome job. But who would I rather be with? Joe Biden or Gina Raimondo? Hmm. Probably Joe Biden.
Yeah, I would. I would too.
Yeah, I just gotta repeat the same story over and over again. He don't even know we're having a conversation. He's like, "Oh, okay." I'm kidding.
It's
I'm kidding. Be funny if I started saying something bad about me or getting mad. I'm kidding, but yeah, Joe Biden, because he is old. We probably wouldn't be talking about much.
yeah, and older
Huh?
they start. When people get older, they start having to repeat themselves. They want other people to repeat themselves, and it's like a nursing home.
Yep. What? 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 Mike said Biden because he'd fall asleep. Yes. I'd be pretty much having a conversation by myself, but I'd be out the White House. So I'd be like, hey, here you go. Take a nap. When you wake up, we'll play bingo. All right? Go ahead, go take a nap. I'm going to take a walk on the White House. Go check this bitch out. Oh. Jacob said, I'll take the Rhode Island governor any day. I can't stand stupid. I can't handle stupid. Well, you haven't had her as a governor. That's why. You live in Rhode Island, you'd be thinking differently. But
But
I'll give you the fact that you live in Florida. But Mike said he would forget who I was after a while. Yes, he would forget. Who are you?
how much? How much was it that we spent on that bridge,
In Providence?
Providence?
I think it was 22, 20,
22 million.
I think it's 22 million.
22 million for a bridge.
Let me check it
And
out
it's
right now.
starving and holes in the holes in the roads.
For real, let me see.
Not having homes.
That's what I'm saying. Like we have people, you Providence. Hold on. Pedestrian bridge, 22 million. 22 million for a bridge that takes you from once. And then it's not even a mile. It's like how far of the water is it? You would say a quarter of a mile, maybe not even half a mile. It's like you can
Yes.
go around the block and be on the other side. 22 million to get you from one side to this side when you can make it on there in your own car, just going around the block.
Yep.
22 million, but we have a lot of people homeless. You drive by downtown. We until recently we actually had people sleeping at the state house, but they got evicted by the governor because it's a bad look. So can't have homeless people sleeping at the state house because then it shows that there's a problem. But we like to waste money, and meanwhile, it's December, cold out. Well, God, not December. It's January, cold, and we still got people in the streets. People trying to pay bills. People trying to not get their cars messed up with the potholes that we have in our streets. Yeah. So, but we have a bridge. We can walk by. We have a nice
Yeah.
bridge. We can go to the other side. We can. You know what? You can be on one side of the bridge, and I can be on the other side of the bridge, and we can wave at each other, and we still be seeing. We can still see each other. That's how close it is.
Yep.
We spent $22 million just to get to that side to the other side. But we got all the money to waste. We're gonna pay for it, taxpayer dollars, raise our taxes, but we have a nice bridge.
But mind you, the ambulance companies for the state of Rhode Island hasn't gotten raise in the rate that they receive for the transport that they transport people to, you know, to doctors' offices or even emergency transport in the last probably like 20 years.
Wow.
But we have money to make a bridge.
I know, crazy. And you know what's crazy too is that those are people that are saving people's lives on an everyday basis. Medically, do anything, appointments, emergencies that happen. You know, but on the other professions, we have other professions that are not really or not basically helping the community to the best of their abilities, but they constantly want to demand more money, constantly getting raises. But when you look at the results is that they're not performing even to our closest neighbors. There's other communities that are getting paid a lot less and still producing a lot more than what we're doing. But here we are, just giving these people more money, more money, more money, but they're not producing anything out of it, out of any quality product in the community. I don't want to say too much of what I'm talking about, but people might know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know, just apply it to anything that you want, any other profession that you want. Apply it. Anything that you can think of, you can apply to that. So Ashley says, I agree with you, Ivan, and about the homeless, because near me we have a lot of those people all over in our country. Yes, but we got money to send overseas to protect other people's battles, other people's borders. We have trillions of dollars. Actually, $1.7 trillion was just passed recently. $1.7 trillion. Not 22 million, which is still a lot, but $1.7 trillion. Anyways, before this gets sour, would you want to do one more? Would you rather? Before, I feel like we got serious, mad serious, quick. All right, would you rather not be able to hear for the rest of your life, or not be able to see for the rest of your life?
Not be able to hear. I feel like you can try to hear with your eyes.
Yep.
Imagine. Versus not being able to see. You wouldn't be able to imagine anything because you can't see, so you can't really imagine it.
Yeah.
Like, you'll hear a bird chirping, but then you don't know what a bird looks like. So it's like, imagine what you put in your head that would sound like that.
Does it have 4 legs? Is it really tall? I hear it up there. Where is it?
Afraid. You'll be more afraid than you would be if you were to see.
Yeah. I know. I feel like it's not like I don't want to say it's a sad way to live, because there are people that live out there like that, and it I feel like it'd be disrespectful for me to say that it's sad to live that way, because it's not sad to live that way. But if I had a choice, yeah, I'd rather be deaf.
It's unfortunate.
Yes.
How you gain other senses that someone that is able to hear and see, like they have that capability of unlocking another level of senses.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Have you watched Daredevil? Hell yeah. he is blind, but he can hear everything. He's like, he be hearing the fist come. He be like, dodging it. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Yeah, Daredevil. Sight. So, oh, Mike said sight. You would rather lose your sight, Mike? Is that what you're saying? I mean, in a way, it's kind of like you can basically imagine the world how you want it to, pretty much. It's your world, but being deaf also, it's kind of like you're seeing everybody like interacting and everybody happy, and you're like, I wonder what's going on. Like I wanna. You're basically your excitement comes from just watching everybody else be excited and dancing and having a good time. Like if you're deaf, because you're just basically seeing everybody jumping around, laughing, having conversations, but you don't really know what's happening.
I mean, I feel like you can try to learn lip reading and then also sign language.
Yeah.
Hearing, you can hear conversations and stuff, but you wouldn't be able to like um I,
we always elaborate.
I was watching like a clip on Facebook, but it was like this guy, he was deaf. No, he was blind. He was blind and his house is getting robbed. And it's like, where are you going? Where like how are you gonna go hide? Like how like you're just there and like just not knowing what's around you, but you can hear. I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
people have different views on things.
Yeah, no, everybody has their own different perspective, and that's why it's hard to think about because no matter what it is, even people that can see and people that can hear, there's always pros and cons to everything.
Yeah.
There's always pros and cons to everything. Just like there's pros and cons to being blind, just like there's pros and cons to being deaf. Um, Somebody said in the comments, they said when you have both disabilities, hold on. Oh, you either way your senses advance one way or another. Yeah, they do advance. So we might think it's an unfortunate thing, but it has its advantages. But, collaborate, elaborate, and never exaggerate. Yes. We gotta have Mike back on. Gotta have Mike on so we can talk and get some people on. But yeah, no, it was yeah, interesting. I feel like we elaborated, we got like into it, but it's good. It's good conversation, and sometimes conversations do come up and become topics, and
Yeah.
things that we end up talking about. But with that being said, looking forward to this new year. Looking forward to finishing this Ivan Cup drink, mystery drink. That's almost done. It's red, you can see.
Butter.
And water on the side. Because I got work tomorrow. But yeah, so no, thank you for everybody joining us. Mike, Ashley, Savannah, Zach, Jeremy. Don't think of everybody's name that I saw pop up. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, Michelle got a new job. I'm busy as well, so we try to come on here as much as we can and spend some time with you guys because it is a good conversation. I love talking to the show. Every time we come on, it's like, "What's up?" It's like we never like we never stop talking. But
Right.
it's always a good time being with you guys. It's always good conversation, hearing feedback, or even having you guys just sit back and just listen and just like put your 2 cents in whenever you want to. We appreciate everything. We appreciate you guys being here. With that being said, like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. Our own individual Instagrams is posted down in the description. Our own Facebooks, YouTube. Share it with your mama. Share it with your daddy. Share it with your baby, mama, baby, daddy, grandma, grandpa, hookup, side chick, Tinder, meet up, Tinder dinner date, or whatever it is. Whatever you do, share it. Join the conversation. Michelle, anything you want to share?
Nope. See you next.
Peace. Bye.